So let's explore Asbury Park, New Jersey. This whole town used to be a total disaster. In the 90s, there used to be a lot of crime here, but people would rent out the old abandoned warehouses and have raves, like giant EDM parties, but back then they were called raves. That was really the only time I was ever here, but it used to be scary almost to come here. You might recognize this building behind me. That's the Stone Pony. It's some kind of concert place. Let's go see if we can check that out. The thing is you saw the other video, most of the other boardwalks in New Jersey, there's a lot of rides and games, and they're more kid-friendly. This place, though, it's been revamped, revised. But a lot of people from New York come here. It's not a lot to do with kids, but there's more things to do here for adults. Like there's the Stone Pony place that I'm walking next to right now. They have concerts and things like that. But again, like I think for videos, the other boardwalks are a little bit more fun because there's a lot going on and a lot of cool lights and colors. But this is more of a serious boardwalk, but very upscale in some ways. So let's go check it out and look at some of the architecture that was made a very long time ago. Stone Pony is considered to be a legendary place that has concerts and events and a lot of stuff going on there. But, well, we're not gonna go to a concert, but let's see. Yeah, this is the Stone Pony place right here. These letters on the wall, you might tell it says that. When I was younger, there was a lot of bands that went here. That was even before my time. In the 80s, you know, I was just a baby, but they had bands like the Ramones, Rancid, punk rock bands like that. I believe Bon Jovi performed here as well. So you could see that there is a lot of history at this place if you're a rock fan. But now it looks like they're doing youth dance parties, so I don't know, maybe they're not doing too well anymore. Yeah, all right, let's see what else we got. Let's walk over to their boardwalk. Now, I do want to warn you guys, like I said, there isn't a lot of fun stuff here, but for informational purposes, you really can't go wrong with this. Let's get a shot of that Stone Pony. All right, there it is. That's the legendary Stone Pony. Let's get an overall view of what this place looks like. These apartments, or condos rather, are new. I believe they start at 1.1 for the cheapest unit, million, that is, million USD. And they might have even gone up in price now, which is crazy. But I guess if you have the money to just dump, that is the way to go. So, okay, let's check out the boardwalk. What I like the most about this place is memories. So I came here with my sister, and we stayed at the Residence in Marriott nearby, which is, you know, usually the place I like to stay. And we had some good memories. I did catch COVID from that Marriott though, so that's a fun memory, but I sweated it out on the beach. Speaking of which, here's the beach. Now, this beach has sand that looks like kitty litter, but it's nicer than it used to be. It's pretty nice. The ocean's pretty blue, and they cleaned it up. A lot of this boom came in the last 8 years, so that's that. Let's go see what else is going on here. The other thing is, so when I went to this big giant dance party thing here, it was pretty wild. And back then, what I used to do was, I don't actually drink anymore. I quit, it just wasn't for me. I feel like, I don't know, after 2020, drinking is kind of like something the last generation did. You gotta adapt. Most people nowadays, I feel like, have kava, kratom, that kind of thing, or nothing. Smoke maybe. But back then, we used to make this crazy drink that we would drink before we went to these big raves that I'm going to show you where they used to be in a second. And what would happen was we would take a bunch of this workout supplement that had ephedra in it, which was legal back then, and we would mix that in a cooler with Lots of lemonade, sugar, and this drink Everclear. So Everclear is double the proof of whiskey and vodka. So it's very strong, but we used to drink that and just get crazy, and we never started any trouble or anything, but we would have a lot of good times at this place over here. And now it's all boarded up, and that's really what I wanted to tape. It's too bad. That big building back there, that's where we're walking. So as you can see, this isn't the normal boardwalk. This is almost like a mall on boards outside. People are eating ice cream, waffles or something like that. I don't know, very different than the other places in New Jersey. But we're gonna get out of here soon. I think I'm done with New Jersey, so let's get to the next place, the next state. In a couple days, I'm gonna head back to maybe Georgia and then Florida. But anyway, let's just look at this building real fast, this old building that I went to that rave in. Wow, I remember the music. Yeah, that was fun. We used to get so much fun in here, just in this crazy warehouse. Also, if you're a Sopranos fan, there's a scene in Sopranos, I believe it's a dream scene here that they filmed. Now this is famous over here. This is a bunch of stuff. And Grace, my girlfriend in the Philippines, she likes to make this kind of stuff. I guess you like tie a bunch of knots and then you like do something with it and you make these things, these pot holders or whatever they are. And like this stuff, I believe, is people do this to show love. They lock, like this is Bob and Carolyn. They lock their thing on here, and then the goes that if you lock your relationship onto this fence, then you're never gonna break up. But I don't know, I never did it. Maybe I should do it when Grace comes to America. Oh, this is interesting. We got some kind of like strings. Maybe this is for like cats or something, hanging up here. This is what I mean though, like they never used to do this kind of stuff. Before, all there was graffiti and crime, and now it's all hanging strings and people on vacation. It's pretty nice. I don't know what's over here. Like I haven't been here in a year and it's already way different than it used to be. Let's see, what do we got? So, okay, here's a steam plant. Wow, that's interesting. I've never seen that before. Let's check that out. The old building. And this is what they're making, or it used to be, or something. Yeah. Arcade, steam plant. Wow, you could just feel the architecture. What's this? Sea Change is an initiative to bring public art to Asbury Park. Oh, that's boring. I don't want to read that. But you could see these old Victorian buildings down here. These have been here for probably over 100 years, since World War II. You could tell by all the architectures and the styles, very old. I would guess like 1920, so I don't know. Part of me wishes that it was still insane here, but that was, you know, very dangerous. It's interesting, when you see other countries, if you've traveled a lot, danger is all around you, but here it's not really like, unless you go to some certain parts, but I don't know. I think that even like areas that are considered to be dangerous in other countries, the more I travel and the more I see things, it's almost like the poorer the area, the nicer the people. And the richer the area, the nastier people get. I don't know what that means or why that is, but that's what I've experienced. Even in the Philippines, like when I was in the IT park, people are okay, but if you go up the hill into the middle of the woods, the people living in the woods, those people are happy, they're nice. I just think there's something to that. I know there is. I didn't realize this lady's a squid. Squid lady, look at that. Oh, great, bet you this cut my head off. Well, we might have lost some of the footage because the camera was not on wide, so it might have been half my face, but oh well. So now, let's see. You could see this, the whole boardwalk. Yeah, I thought of something interesting. Well, I read it and then I figured I would talk about it. Did you ever think about how when you were growing up, that your parents were growing up too? It's an interesting thing to think about. Like, I was raised by a single mother, But my Uncle Sal was great. He helped out a lot, so I had a good male role model. But when I was younger, I always thought that they knew everything. And even like as I got older, like I didn't really comprehend until I realized that I was the same age that my mom was when she had me, that like I didn't know much at the age of 28. And now I still feel like I don't know that much. I mean, I try to learn as much as I can. That's why I think traveling is so important. I feel like you can read stuff in books all day long, but you don't know anything until you start traveling. Wow, yeah, the beach really has gotten nicer. See a lot of people just enjoying the sand. Now you notice there's no sand dunes, which means that if there was ever a typhoon or something here, we'd be in trouble. The houses here would be in trouble. But yeah, this is pretty nice beach over here. Okay, let's get back to the boardwalk because this is not a beach video, it's a boardwalk video. But anyway, so that's pretty much all I wanted to say about that. Just think about that, especially if you don't have kids yet. Parents were growing up while you were growing up. And it's quite possible that now, even if you're estranged from your family, maybe check back in because people change. You can't hold people to their original words or maybe things that they said to you at one point of your life and then you're mad about it and you don't talk to them anymore. Don't let that ever control your life. You should try to, mend bridges and try again. If you don't talk to somebody you love for 20 years, reach out to them again, start over. Don't even bring up the past. Just say, hey, I was thinking about you, I miss you. And that's it. And with text messages, you don't even really have to get cringy about it. So let's see what we got over here. Italian lemonade, or the sausages. Water park. I didn't even think there was a water park here. Oh no. Oh, it's like a kid's water park. Cool. Now up here, you know what I just realized? I think this building all the way in the distance, I don't know if you can see it, I think there was a rave there too, and I think we could go inside there, see how much it changed, because it used to be covered in graffiti, homeless people, or unhoused, I think they call them now. And those unhoused people used to stab everybody and rob people, and I think they would poop on the ground. Oh, this is new. Some kind of place where people are eating, I guess. I don't know. These people look really grumpy. Not them. It's like they made a dive bar here. Number 35, your order's ready. Speaking of old warehouses, there was this hospital in New Jersey. The heck is that? When I was a kid, there was an abandoned hospital in New Jersey that we all went inside. It was abandoned for over 30 years and it was for crazy people. It was a insane asylum called Reynolds Hospital. And we went in there and I was walking around and my friend, the doors had these springs on them. Oh, mini golf. These doors had these springs on them that the door would automatically shut once you go in. It was really creepy. And we're maybe 10 people. We went inside through a broken window. And let me tell you something, our fear level was on high. We had so much fear because I don't think we would be there. They knocked it down by now, but you just felt like a presence there or something. Well, anyway, I don't want to make this a scary video. And if my story scares you, then you're a pretty scared person. But what happened was I went into this room and I saw I'm not joking, this is a place where it's abandoned for over 20 years. There's trees growing inside of it, the paint is peeling, and I go in this room and I see a kid in there in the corner, curled up in a ball. And I was like, what the heck? And my first reaction wasn't, I was shocked, but then I was like, hey, are you okay? Went over to the kid and then the door slammed behind me. Now again, I'm not saying it was some kind of metaphysical thing or anything because the door had a spring on it, but it scared me. But I still was my only thoughts were, I gotta go to this kid and see why there's a kid in this abandoned building. And I went over there and it was just a pile of hoses. But I'm telling you, I saw something. I thought it was a kid. How does a kid turned to a pile of hoses. So I don't know, take that story for what you will. But to me, it was something. Oh, and the other weird thing was we went upstairs and like 5 floors up, and there was like an attic, and there was doors on the ceiling down this whole narrow hallway. What's that about? Watch this. Garbage vision. Recycle. Okay, so as you can see, I think we're almost at the end of this boardwalk, but you're getting an idea. It's like just more of a mall, really, but better than a mall because you're outside. I mean, this is cool. This place looks pretty fancy. Yeah, it's mostly just people enjoying their day. I think it's mostly people from New York, which is right about 20 miles from here. But it takes a while to get there. We got all this stuff. Now this over here is what we're going to. This is the most interesting thing I could show you guys. Let's see, what else? I hope this music doesn't get my video taken down. Oh, look at that garbage over there. I guess this is some kind of like beach bar. It sounds like a creepy song. Yeah, speaking of garbage, me and my friends used to we'd go picking through the garbage to find stuff. And we one time found, or my friend found a bunch of wires in the garbage. And we were like, what are you doing with those wires, Jimmy? He was like, I think I could sell these on eBay. And it was legal because they were, well, he sold them on eBay for $5,000, I think. And that was the start of a lot of fun. I'll get more into that story another time. I gotta use the bathroom real fast. What do we got over here? All right, let's pause this. All right, out of the bathroom. Looks fun. I probably should go in there and try to talk to people, but still, I don't know if you saw my last video, I still feel weird talking to people with the camera. I don't know how I could get past that. I guess you just do it, right? I also don't know who to talk to. Say, hey buddy, let's talk on the camera. Help my video be more interesting. So anyway, this is the inside. This used to be where all those giant raves and stuff were. Wow, they really changed this place. Holy cow, check this out. That's wild. That is disgusting. I don't like that. Yeah. Oh no, that music's gonna get me taken down. I hate that. Don't play licensed music. Look at this. That's how much this has changed. Wow, this is cool. Look at this crazy old building. You can get an idea of how big this is, but it is huge. Ah, that's something. All right, and that's really it. That's pretty much the end of the boardwalk. And as you can see, this is the exit. I don't know what's down there. That's pretty much it. You tell me, like, do you think that this boardwalk is fun? I don't know. I'm not feeling that fun energy. I feel like everybody here is all like trying to be cool, or like they're so rich that they forgot how to smile. That's the thing people don't realize. If you're not from the US, people here are not happy. So, of course, I'm happy some days, but generally, in contrast of what I've seen in the Philippines, Dominican Republic, Mexico, even actually I shouldn't even say people in America. It's like the major cities in America, like New York, California, New Jersey, Nevada, Washington, DC, Seattle, all those places, there's something wrong with those cities. I mean, you could say, hey, how's it going, people? And they just look at you like, you know? But when you travel other places, it seems like people, they want to talk to you. They want to get to know you. They're curious about you. You see people just enjoying life. It's one of the problems here. It's almost like people worship money. And let's face it, money solves a lot of problems. But if you have your family taken care of, your problems are all good, no big issues, do you really need that extra money that's gonna take you away from your family and make you busy all the time? I don't know. But again, I understand if you are that person, because money is, I don't know, I think one of the most important things in life. When I was younger, people used to always say, oh, money isn't everything. It's not everything. And they say money can't buy love. No, it can't. But if you find somebody you love, like in my case, that lives in another country, money could solve all of the problems. And that way, I can have my love here. So, yeah, money is important. Psychic. I don't know. I don't agree with psychic. I think that's a lot of BS. No offense to anybody that's doing that. Like, a good way to test if you have good psychic because they look for little tiny things so that you could be like, oh wow, you really are psychic. But like, for example, try going in, if you're not married, go in with a wedding ring on your finger and see if they use that in their psychic reading. Or if you are married, take it off, see what they say. And if they can't figure it out, then BS, beep, beep, beep. Yes, meter. That might have been a little nerdy, but I am pretty nerdy because whether or not you think I look like a traditional nerd by looking at me, I am. I work in tech, and I have, you know, I'll admit it, I have actual social anxiety, which I think a lot of people have. And that's part of what's going on in our world, I think, you know, especially with COVID, when that happened, a lot of people just inside, your life is on the computer, your life is on your phone, and you confuse apps with real life. Cut out 3. And you have a connection because you're on there talking to people, but reality is it's taking you away from people. So being in tech and being in so many communications with my people on apps, it's almost like when you're in public and you want to talk to real people, I almost get like anxious. I don't know why that is, but I do it anyway because I love people, and I think talking to people is one of the best things in life. I mean, I feel like you never know if you're going to meet somebody and that person might change your life. I'm just trying to give you an idea. This boardwalk is pretty dead. There's not much going on here, but it's also Friday afternoon. A lot of people are at work. I'm on my lunch break right now, working on a project for a client, and I just worked like 15 hours yesterday to get most of it done so I could do this today, which I'm very blessed for that, to be able to have that flexibility. But I've also had a lot of hard jobs too. Like I actually, I did plumbing, I operated a crane, I painted houses, I did everything. And when I got into tech originally, I started off, uh-oh, this cop is gonna hit me. Beep, whoop, whoop, whoop. He was nice. You know, there's a lot of nice cops out there. I feel like we're in a current climate where people are just giving cops a hard time. And don't get me wrong, I've had a lot of hard times with cops when I was younger, mostly. Nothing bad, just, you know, like tickets and stuff like that. But we gotta give these guys a break. I mean, can you imagine if every day your life was in danger and you pull somebody over, you don't know if that person has a gun. Who knows? I don't know. Let's see. See, that's the thing, like with these videos, you know, if you're somewhere where there's just chaos everywhere, it's actually great because you have so many things to talk about. You see one thing, let's talk about this, let's talk about that. But these like empty boardwalks, like they need to like spice this place up, do something like big, like maybe like have a giant outdoor nightclub with like a waterfall. That would be awesome. I mean, I'm pretty much done with the whole nightclub world, but I do love a good outdoor bar. Oh, there's some smoke coming out over here. I don't know what's going on with that. So, all right, let's sit down for a minute and plan our next move. So, I think our next move is going to be to head to Point Pleasant. I wasn't going to do that video because, I don't know, Point Pleasant, it's like just like Seaside, like the other boardwalk video. I think it's a little bit more upscale, there's that word again. But yeah, let's get out of here. Let's go check out Point Pleasant. So there's a road that you drive along the ocean, and that should bring us, it's about 29 minutes away. I think it's about 40 kilometers, something like that, and 20 miles, I don't know. I'm not very good at the conversion of that, but yeah, I think that will be the next plan. Oh, there's another music. Don't listen, YouTube, don't hear the music. Why do these people gotta play music all the time? It's so hard to do these editing when you have a song in your video that is a popular song, you get a notice from YouTube that says, hey, you guys probably know this, but I didn't know it until like I started making a lot of videos, this copyright notice. You have a song and that's copyrighted, take it down. And I think you can actually get in trouble for that. All right, let's get out of here, guys. All right.